in the city of Port Nine Zaru, which is a tropical city on the peninsula of the jungles of Chult. It is dominated by a large harbor, and you guys, throughout the day you would hear, the slapping waves, heavy barrels rolling across cobblestones, voices shouting and cursing in various languages up and down the city streets. The city is a mixture with this aroma of exotic spices and tropical fruit mixing with the wharfside smells of fish, tar, and canvas. But once you get beyond the immediate dock area, Port Nine Zaru is an explosion of color. Buildings are painted in bright shades of blue, green, orange, and pink. Their walls are adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes. Every building sports baskets and clay urns of colorful flowers or is draped in leafy, flowering vines. Minstrels in bright clothing adorned with feathers and shells perform on street corners, and multicolored pennants and sun awnings flutter atop the city walls. Crowds of children dressed in feathered hats and capes race around the city, squealing in delighted terror as street performers costumed as big-toothed lizards stomp and roar behind them. The city is always bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing. You all are in this city, and you have your various reasons for being here. Some of you in search of adventure, others in search of something a bit more specific. Some of you are people of means and have been staying at, one of the couple of inns in the port, and some others of you have probably been slumming it a bit. And some of you might even be natives to the port. However, for the past several days, the talk of the streets and taverns has been all about the so-called death curse, a wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding back towards the death they once denied. Temples and scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain a curse that has affected the entire region and possibly the entire world. And as you guys have been going about your various days, you've all received a summons of sorts. A card inviting you to visit the home of Wakanga Otamu, one of the merchant princes that controls Port Nine Zaru. And it says on this card that a friend of his is in need of people like you, and it invites you to come to his home to speak with his friend and to hear his proposal. So, question for all of you is, would any of you not go to that?
Is there a date on it?
Yes, now.
We're all going.
I didn't understand a word of what you just said.
You guys gotta mute each other. This is the only way this is gonna work. If you're sitting right that close together.
Yeah, and you guys would know, having been in Port Nine Zaru for at least a little bit of time, that he is a spellcaster among the merchant princes, and that he deals in knowledge, information, lost lore, potions, and scrolls. Alright, so you guys do all show up at Wakanga's villa at the appointed time, and you are shown into a waiting room of sorts, a parlor. There are various seats around, some refreshments, and you can see that as you're all led in here, that there are various people here of various classes and abilities. And at this point, I think we should kind of go through the party and kind of see what you guys look like. Introduce yourselves. because most of you have not met each other yet.
I have a frog. And tiny and blue, I have foreign families.
You sound like you're really far away, Pi.
Are we introducing ourselves, or are we just describing ourselves?
I mean, in the end, I guess it's up to you, but you're in this room full of people who are obviously adventurers, but you haven't gone adventuring with most of these people before. I think one or two of you know each other, like in your backstories, and that's fine. You guys would still know each other, but most of you don't know each other. So you would probably want to describe what your character looks like and how he's behaving and the like.
Yeah, we're not doing a circle introduction. Just what do you look like? Give us a portrait.
Okay. So I'm for intensive purposes, my character is a Cambria, basically a tiefling based from a demon rather than a devil. I'm about 5'9", $160, not too big, not too heavy set, with red eyes, but my skin is so blue and like a deep dark blue that almost looks black. And then I have horns, obviously, protruding from my brow, and my hair is actually bald.
I'm a very scrappy-looking halfling. And that's about it. Very small, dirty clothes. Look like I've been on the wrong side of town for well, all of my life. At a glance, you'd think I was a rogue, but you're not sure. Well, that's 3. There's 6 of us, so 3 more.
Go.
All right, I'm I'm kind of just fluttering around up here, I guess. Just about 2.5 feet tall, about 25, 30 pounds. Just a little fairy boy.
A big fairy.
Well, that's the size it described. How size are fairies supposed to be? That's what I read for as far as 5e.
Yeah, their fairies are a bit chonkier. They're not Tinkerbells.
More like unenchanted fairies. Or disenchanted.
More like Brothers Grimm fairies.
Ah.
And I guess I'm just kind of keeping to myself because I didn't really get to prep too much for any of the story or anything yet. I made the character very recently.
You made it 2 hours ago.
You had 2 weeks, Dylan.
I was moving.
We literally set up his PC. We finished setting up his PC about 20 minutes.
Nice. Well, congrats.
Is it my turn yet?
It can be. Go.
Go.
All right, you ready for this?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, how do I send? There you go. Fuck, hold on. There, so I'm a purple-haired deep gnome. Name is Buttercup from what is that kid show? I don't know. I'm looking for my brother Bubbles, and I'm also a wizard. Yeah, what are you doing? I was fixing my
Hey, you're hot micing.
Then we got one more.
Well, that brings me to the next character. Hello, I'm Officer Brady. I'm a silly goose cop with an itchy trigger finger. I look similar to an old friend we used to have from a mysterious long universe long ago that may or may not have happened long ago. Maybe I'll get wings, maybe I won't.
That does not describe you at all.
Tell me, I'm a druid as well.
But what do you look like?
You just said you may or may not have wings.
I may or may not have wings. Well, I'm a white-looking dude, a little chunky, but like also kind of mysterious. And there's a lot of fire. There's definitely a lot of fire.
You're on fire?
No, I just, do a lot of things with fire, so there's just a lot of fire at any.
An enclosed room full of people. You're lighting things on fire.
But it's like a tiny little fire. It's like a very minute fire, not anything dangerous. It's like lighting a match. It's a soft
So you're
fire.
just lighting a match every 3 seconds?
Essentially. And then staring at it with a blissful gaze.
So you're like the kid in X-Men with the Zippo.
Yeah, but I'm mysterious too. Like there's a reason why I'm here, and in due time.
No, don't have a clue. I don't know anything.
Well, good. And that's how it should be.
That's the opposite of mysterious. You've bored me to death.
Yep.
Mysterious is intriguing. You're describing dull.
I'm just.
Come on, give me something. You can be descriptive.
I'm a little bit of a silly goose.
That's a behavior, an anecdote. We're going for description. You said chonky dude so far. I got a fat white guy with wings. That's all I got from you. Come on.
Like, what else would you like to know?
All right. Well, I'll go in. Hang on, let my dog back in. All right, on the fly, I'll just go into deeper detail about my character and add it to my sheet as I go. All right, I'm a halfling, so I'm very small. You'd be familiar with like Frodo and Lord of the Rings, etc. Small individual. Let's say I am, I don't know, let's say 3'2". That sounds like a good height. I'm a boyish male. Very young. Only 18 years old. Full of joy and energy. But my clothes are ragged and I look like I've been sleeping outside. I look malnourished. I don't appear to be a rogue, but I have rogue-like tendencies. I seem to be shifty with my eyes, but not excessively dancing with them. I would probably be leaning in a wall or a corner, not in the center of the room, not drawing attention to myself. Just taking in as much information as I can around me. My character has black hair, red eyes. Well, blue eyes. Somebody else has red eyes already, so we'll go with blue. So black hair, blue eyes, light skin, freckles all over him. Very dirty. Looks like he hasn't bathed in ever. Like that.
Ready, set, go, Jake.
I'm just messing with you. You're fine, mate. I think we're pretty much set under.
All right. And yeah, you guys stand there sizing each other up. A door slides open, and a uniformed attendant sticks her head in the room. And seeing that the room is not currently bathed in blood and fire and all that good stuff, she walks in totally and says, "Yes, if you would come with me, Miss Sylvana would like to talk to all of you." And she turns and starts leading you down a small hallway. To the left, you can see the open courtyard that this villa has, as she leads you up some stairs to the upper floor. In a small room, it is paneled in wood and has a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and a heavy table bearing goblets and bottles of wine. The darkly paneled walls are hung with maps and sea charts. Racks, shelves, and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled-up maps and charts. A person is seated in an overstuffed chair near the fire. Only the person's head emerges from under a heavy blanket draped over the chair, and an embroidered hood and silver mask conceal the wearer's face. And as she, kind of raises her head, almost like she was sleeping, to look at you as you all walk in, she says, please help yourselves to wine and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I can call you that.
I help
They look
myself to wine. Guaranteed.
Okay.
Do they look particularly ill or
Make an insight check. They're very obviously not 100%, but you can't tell if this is just sickness or old age.
okay. How big is the room we're in? It's like a bedroom, you said?
It's more like a study. Like there are cabinets full of like rolled up maps and charts. Some of the walls you can see are hung with maps and sea charts of various areas up and down the Sword Coast. There's no bed. There's some chairs, a small desk, some bigger like a bigger desk for like laying out a map on, that type of thing.
I heard the word blanket and all of that, and I thought I heard bed.
No. This person is sitting like on this overstuffed chair with the fire going, despite it being pretty warm out, and she has a blanket over her self.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can go up to her and, if I do like inspect her, like almost like doctor inspection, would that be like a medicine check?
Yeah, it would be a medicine check because you kind of walk up and look down at her.
Okay.
I'd like to hop up on the opposite armrest and just stand there. Not helping, I'm just standing in the armrest and looking at her, like, inquisitively.
So, you can tell Buttercup that she is not that old. While she is perhaps past her prime, she should not be this weak. And based on the way she looks like she's sick or something, like she's like wasting away.
Do I know if it's like poison or anything?
Most likely the death
No, you don't know. But she notices your inspection, says yes. That death curse you've no doubt heard about has struck me. And I do not know how long I have before it will claim me. The clerics have no help to offer. They are just as stymied as I am by what is happening.
Can I cast Detect Magic on her?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
So you cast Detect Magic. And you don't really cast on her. It's a self-cast spell, and it just kind of shows you what's in range. And, yeah, she's wearing some magical items. Like her clothing's magical. Some of the maps in this room are magical. Her herself appears to be under the influence of several magical effects of various schools. It's hard to discern them independently.
Right, but I don't know how long she has to live exactly.
Correct.
Okay.
That's not how detect magic works.
Yeah, detect magic tells you the presence in school of any magic. It doesn't tell you any details.
Was there any funny magic concerning her health?
Nothing that stood out to you.
No, like poison or anything? Okay, cool.
Detect magic wouldn't really tell you that, but she's not, like, got like this blazing hot necromancy or anything sitting on top of her. That's all you pretty much get from that, is that there's nothing immediately obvious.
Well, I'm no doctor, but does anything else have any ideas?
You hear her chuckle when you ask that. She says, well, if you take a seat, I will tell you why I asked you to come here, all of you. You see, years ago, I was an adventurer. But I have since closed the door on that stage of my life, preferring travel and experimentation with magics. My friend here, Wakagu, graciously allowed me to use his villa.
I sit down on the armrest.
But during my
and continue listening.
adventures, I made some contacts with the Harpers. And I've called upon them. And while they aren't able to solve the issue, they do have some information. And they believe that the cause of the death curse is a necromantic artifact called the Soulmonger. And according to their sources, it is located somewhere here in Chult. As you are no doubt aware, Chult, however, is a rather large and inhospitable place. This peninsula is ringed with mountains and choked with jungle and rainforests. Between the dinosaurs, savage goblins, and an army of undead that prowl it, mapping the place has always been nigh impossible. And nothing is known about the regions beyond a few miles from the coast. Working with Wakanga's assistance, with dozens of charts, logbooks, and various journals, I have assembled everything I know about the current state of Chult onto one map. And I'll provide that map to you if you undertake my mission. The mission is quite simple. I want you to venture into the jungles of Chult, locate this artifact, and destroy it, and end the curse.
Yay.
Sounds easy enough.
That sounds
Sounds
easy.
like fun. I
Well-
say, stuck to a wall.
Just destroying a magical item. That was I forget to use my sarcastic voice sometimes.
Well, I was
Sorry.
kind of interested in the artifact, but if we're going to destroy it, I mean, sure.
If you can end it,
But
let me clarify. I want you to end the curse. If you can do so without destroying the artifact, by all means, feel free to do with it as you will.
okay, that's a big plus.
And just get this straight, the artifact is the Soulmonger? Or Soulmonger's another person?
That is what the Harpers are telling me, that the Soulmonger is an artifact and is likely the cause of this curse.
Copy that.
And should you succeed, you would of course be well rewarded. Throughout my career, I have gathered a rather large collection of rare and powerful magical items. And if you successfully end this curse, I will grant each of you an item of your choice from my collection. In addition to any treasure you happen to find along the way, I'm sure.
Well,
Sounds easy enough.
I like cool things and artifacts, and I also have to find my brother, so I'm down for that.
Yep, we're good.
Is the map she gave us magical?
No, it is not. It's a standard paper map on parchment. Which, if you give me a second, I will post for you. Here we go. The known Chult.
It's a very interesting shape, and if only you added a couple of letters to the end of that, it would spell something else. Nobody else sees a Squidman face in that?
What?
He's like looking to the left. There's the eyebrow, the big nose, and then the tentacles on the bottom,
I got
and then
it.
the big tentacly hair on top.
I got it. I like it. That's nice.
Cthulhu Peninsula.
So are we all doing this?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
You willing to provide provisions for us as well for at least the beginning of our journey?
Make a persuasion check.
If only somebody else had thought to say that. Yeah, I did decent.
You hear her hum. Yes. I can give some coin up front, as it were, to help get you equipped so that you can accomplish these goals.
Can I just ask her also, maybe if you have anything that can help with survivability, maybe protection or healing potions or stuff like that?
Giving us gold to buy what we want.
I
Yes.
see.
Yeah, she's like, I'm giving you some gold. You may purchase equipment here in Port 9 Zaro to fulfill most needs of what you need, of what you will encounter in the jungle, I'm sure. You may even want to look into hiring a guide.
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, and she gives each character 50 gold. You know, her frail hand is kind of using what looks to be mage-handed just to hand out small burlap sacks containing the coins.
All right. I'll take the map from her if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just keep any campaign-relevant items.
As you wish. Well, don't wait on my account. If you have no other questions, I'm sure Wakanga can have one of her men see you out.
All right. Before we go, any recommendations of where to find a guide? I mean, you're the experienced adventurer here.
You can see her pondering the question a bit. You might wish to ask at the inn. There is a rather raucous place, and if you're searching for guides, I'm sure you can find one there.
Oh, so you don't have any one guide that you would recommend? You're just saying go post a bulletin. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I think if you were to look at the Thundering Lizard, you would likely find somebody that meets your requirements.
Thundering Lizard. All right.
Yeah, it's the name of an inn.
Yep.
The sword and shield. I mean, blazing lizard.
Out the door I go.
Okay.
I don't know if the rest of the party's following, but I'm on my way to the Thundering Lizard.
I'm gonna follow with the other wizards, kind of stick near that portion. So is Jig. Or what's your character's name? Bye, Brady.
I guess I'll follow the rest of the party.
You guess.
I'll float her.
You don't have to. Dylan, what are you, by the way? You're a fairy what?
Fairy druid.
Oh, you're druid? Okay. We have two druids. I'm just looking at the party comp. We have 2 druids, 3 wizards, and a rogue.
Tommy's gonna be a barbarian.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll make my way through town. I would know where this particular inn is. I've lived here my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would know where it is.
Yeah. So, yep, I'll head there, and obviously, looking behind me every once in a while to see if all these strangers are with me still.
Sure. Yeah, you guys head to the market ward, the Red Bazaar, where there are 2 inns located, near that marketplace. One, the Thundering Lizard, which you would know caters to the raucous clientele, and also is a center for betting. If you're looking for a quieter time, however, there's also Kaya's House of Repose. More expensive, but also, actually restful.
Well, I walk right into the Thunderous Lizard without any hesitation.
Yep. Yeah, and as you enter, there is in fact a thunderous noise coming from inside. And you can see many people, haggling and yelling over bets. As it turns out, there is currently a dinosaur race underway through the streets.
Oh. Very nice, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my liaison probably be around here? From a background? If it's the ruckusy part of town, more than likely. It would be.
Probably.
Alright, I'll go up to them and see if I can find them and chit-chat with them for a little bit and ask about a guide. Because they would know best.
Hey, Under, while all this is happening, are they betting on a race?
Yes.
Can I go ahead and bet and try and win?
You can.
I
There.
would like to use Mage Hand and trip his dinosaur.
Whoa, hold on. So one, the dinosaurs aren't here. Like they're like full-size dinosaurs. They're racing elsewhere in the city through like the streets. This is like just like a place where a bunch of people are betting on the outcome of the match of the race.
So essentially Tokyo Drift with dinosaurs.
It's essentially like a bunch of people betting on a Grand Prix race at a bar while the Grand Prix is happening like elsewhere in town.
You're betting on the horses aren't here.
I see.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and do you have like a thing of which one I can bet on, like a list?
Yes, I do in fact have a list.
Okay, read me the options.
All right, so there is the favorite to win is Big Honker at 7-1. That is the odds favor him 7-1, which is a young Tyrannosaurus Rex. The next one to win would be like in terms of like, going from most favorite to least favorite would be Big Honker at 7-1. Ubtau's favorite, a young Triceratops, at 5-1. Banana Candy, a well-trained Hadrosaurus at 3-1. Bone Cruncher, a young Allosaurus at 2-1. Grung Stomper, a young Ankylosaurus. It's a even bet on that one. Scarback is a young T-Rex. Odds are only 1-2 on him, so you'll actually win like double your money if he wins. Nasty Boy, an Allosaurus, odds 1-3. Jungle Princess, a Deinonychus, odds 1-5. And the least favorite to win, the total underdog, is an aging Dimetrodon named Mountain Thunder with odds of 1 to 7. All right, Vinny, so you're putting 10 gold on Nasty Boy?
I kind of want to put. Can I put? Yeah, I guess 10 gold, but I wanted to do butter. What would we say? Butter. Banana.
Banana candy.
Banana
Alright.
candy.
So
What
put it in text. Put it in the text chat of how much gold on who.
Can you post that list under? Or is it copyable?
I can post it in a second.
15 what? Gold, silver, copper?
You can bet whatever you want. Gold. In terms of currency.
Buttercup, because Buttercup just said 15.
Ah. Yeah, you do need to. Here we are.
I'm just waiting on the list so I can remember the name that I wanted to pick, but I was typing them up, but I'm not very good at taking minutes.
All right, are all the bets in?
Hold on. think that's it.
I think that's all the party members anyway. Everybody's put a different bet.
Yes, everyone has put down a different bet. All right. So, who wants to roll the D100?
I'll do it.
Then do it.
Oh, it's me. I won.
Hang on, I have to consult the chart. All right, a 45 is Banana Candy winning.
Fuck!
All right, so Buttercup bet 15 gold.
Yep. Give me it.
All right. So in addition to your 15, in addition to your, turn off your voice act. In addition to the 15 gold that you bet, you gain a profit of 5 gold, so you get a total of 20 gold back. The rest of you lose your bets.
So big.
That's okay. You guys should probably switch to push to talk, and you don't have to constantly mute yourself. You can just push a button when you want to talk. That way you don't have to sit there and mute and unmute.
That's some horse shit. What would have
Nope,
won?
dinosaur shit.
What would have won? What would have made Nasty Boy win?
A different roll.
It doesn't matter. It's over.
Fair enough. Anyways, moving on.
So, did you get my DM under? I don't know if you looked at that or not.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I sent you what my background is, so you know better.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Figured somebody would in that particular field might know somebody that would know a good guide.
Yeah. They point you to a pair of tabaxi siblings named River Mist and Flask of Wine.
All right.
Nice.
All right, I will go up to them after obviously we find out the race results. You know, we all have our drink or whatever we want to spend our money on, or cry about our winnings over, and then I'll go up to this pair of tabaxis if they're in the bar, or if not, then I'll see if I can find them.
Yeah, you can see them. You can see one of them is 5'5", looks to be about 100 pounds. She wears leather armor and an eye patch. The other is 5'8", 140 pounds. But he is not wearing any armor at all, just clothing.
So, you guys know a thing or two about going out there into Chult, eh?
The one-eyed tabaxi woman looks you up and down and says, "Yeah, I suppose. I know a way around the jungles, enough to not get killed anyway. Why are you looking to go out?"
Yeah, we're looking to go out. Got a Patreon that wants us to go destroy something for them, so figured we'd find a person who might know how to get us closer without us dying immediately.
Well, we can do that. Me and my brother. We charge 5 gold per day, 30 days up front.
All right.
If the expedition ends up being shorter than that, you'll be refunded the difference.
Sounds good. All right. We'll get back to you tomorrow. We're not quite ready to leave yet. Might be a day or two, but I'll make sure we find you tomorrow. You be here in the afternoon?
Are you paying them now?
No. I'm talking about meeting them tomorrow for possibly paying them.
And
Not leaving immediately.
she nods and says, "We can meet you here tomorrow morning. That's no problem."
Tomorrow morning? All right.
Be sure to have the payment, though, or we won't be going anywhere.
Yep. 150 gold. Sounds good. So then I'll see if I can find the rest of the party, and if everybody wants to go do shopping, we might need to pool our gold for this one, because we need 150 to pay these guys for their guide services.
Do we only start with the provisions, or do we start with like level 1 characteristic stuff or whatever?
You start with your starting equipment, whatever that happens to be, and then you
should
each
get
got
stuff from your
50 gold.
background.
Yeah, you normally get some stuff from your background and from your starting class and your class. So you should have your basic equipment like that.
Would it populate automatically through the Acrobat Reader DC?
Yes, it would.
There's a button that you have to push to tell it to do that, but yes, it's built in.
You go. I'll handle it.
Okay. And having been in the city for a little bit, you also know that one thing that none of you currently have, but that you know are purchasable in here, are things like insect repellent, rain catchers, canoes, things like that.
Well, when you say it like that, make me want to buy some.
Going to need a rain.
That's why he's saying it like that. All right. So do we want to pool our gold to see how much we have after the betting?
Can I
Yeah.
get some malaria pills?
Sure. They're 100 gold apiece.
Well, no.
I have 50 left over. 50 gold left over, guys.
After your bet?
Just.
Yeah, I
Let's
bet my
just type
starting
it.
gold.
Everyone type it.
Well, I've been waiting for. I've been sitting
Did
here
we
with my
each get-
calculator open.
Did we each get provisions, or did you hold on to all of it?
What do you mean? Everybody got 50 gold from her individually. She
Oh,
gave
okay.
each person 50 gold, so every player should have 50 gold. There's 6 of us. That's 300 gold. Because we're going to need to buy more than just these guides. Like, we're going to need to buy other equipment. We're level 1 characters. We're going to need, if we want tents.
Yeah, I have 20 days of rations, so we're probably good on food.
That's per person. So divide that by 6. That's 3 days worth of food.
Yep.
I'd like to pick up a
Fine.
couple javelins if I could.
I'm waiting for everybody to put their gold amount in so we can see how much gold we have. There's 6 people, and there's only 3 that have put their gold. Like, okay. How do you have so much gold? Did you sell off your kit? Buttercup, how do you have so much gold?
He just won the race.
He won 5
gold.
gold from that.
I thought he
So,
won 20
Buttercup,
extra.
if you're gonna
Most
roll
people-
your gold that you didn't get like your component pouch. You have to pay for all that shit. You don't just get it. So all that would come out. I would just go with you started with 60, so now you have 65, or you would have had 60, so you have 65 now after your bet.
Yeah, 55 sounds better. 65. Yeah.
65, because we all start with 10, and so then he.
Well, not all the backgrounds start with 10.
Fair enough. But yeah. Anyways, 65 sounds about right because he won.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. It's 338. That was how much my split was on the collection that I did today. All right, so we have 338 gold. So I'm going to put 150 aside. So we have 188 to spend on rations, provisions, etc. So I will just put the 150 in mine and make my gold 0 when we pay them. And then there's 5 of you guys. So you guys each get there. Communism.
37 gold pieces a piece.
Yes.
Okay.
Every single person gets 37 gold pieces and 7 silver pieces. We're at a bar. We can exchange out, gold for silver relatively easily.
Mhm. There's also
But-
a giant ass, bazaar in town where you can buy and sell stuff.
Yeah, so now if people wanted to do individual purchases, make sure you get your food and everything like that. Like, I have no rations, so I would need somebody to pick food up for me. But we have a druid, don't we?
Yeah.
We do.
I have Goodberry.
So, okay,
Hey,
we'll just
buddy.
forget we need rations and never talk about it again.
Thank you.
Right under?
Unless something happens to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
We
Steve
have
should have
2
good
druids.
or not. Officer Bob Ratty, are you a druid?
I wasn't sure because he said wizard.
Yes.
Okay, so we have 2 druids. Okay.
So 2 good
So
berries.
let's just get like 15 to 20 rations. Somebody has 20 rations already in their inventory, right?
I do.
Okay, yeah, we'll just keep that 20 rations. And then, yeah, so if you guys want to pick up individual things or if you want to pull together and get a bunch of healing potions.
Rain collector.
Rain collector, canoe.
I also have create water.
Right, because while a good berry does act for the food, it does not take care of your water requirements.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, right.
So
I
rain
have-
collector and, yeah.
How much water do you have to drink a day? Because I can create 10 gallons of water.
Gallon a day, baby.
I think it's enough for a party of 6. Fucking druids, man.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to drink a gallon a day.
I can make water and I can make nourishment.
Yeah, it was a good
Healing
idea.
potions is a big chunk
Oh,
out
yeah.
of that, just remember. But that's why I was saying if you guys wanted to pool together, it's 188 gold and 5 silver total after the 150 is removed. So if we wanted to get healing potions, that's 3 healing potions with $30 left over. I think they're 50 apiece, right?
So, in terms of water, you generally need 1 gallon of water per day, 2 gallons if the weather is hot, and being a jungle, it is almost always hot.
So we'll need to gather a little water. So yeah, we'll get a rain collector, and that way we can, mitigate that.
Mm-hmm.
In it for an hour a day.
All right.
And
Do you have a
Everyone
price
has
tag for
water
that under?
skins, right?
I do, yes.
I do not have a water skin. Mine, I have nothing in my bag.
So a rain catcher is a simple contraption consisting of a 5-foot square leather tarp and a wooden frame with legs. The tarp is stretched across the wooden frame and forms a basin that can catch 2 gallons of drinking water per inch of rainfall and holds a total of 8 gallons.
What's the average rainfall here?
The tarp and wooden frame fold up for easy transport. It costs 1 gold and weighs 5 pounds. And it varies from dry to sodding wet all the time.
So pick up a couple extra water skins. And that should be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, how many water skins do we have right now? There's 6 of us.
I have
Everybody-
2.
Okay,
I have an iron pot.
that's heavy.
Yeah. Not as heavy as a water skin.
What?
According to the sheet, the water skin's 2 pounds heavier than my iron pot.
That's funny.
That is actually kind of funny.
Well, if you think about it like a cooking pan versus a gallon of milk.
Yeah, I can see it. All right.
Yeah, because you're talking about like a 6-inch pan, like a pot for cooking soup real quick.
Yeah,
It's not like
I
you're not carrying around a cast iron,
I would like a water skin if possible.
Yeah, that's relatively easy to pick up. Okay, so we have 2, 3.
Or should we just hunt and create our own water skins from our game?
You can if you can sew well, because it requires making it, watertight. You would have to seal the end with pitch and then stitch it over. It's doable, but that would require like survival checks and shit. All right, so how many water skins do we have? Again,
2.
you guys aren't chiming in here. I know you have 2. Tanata has 1.
I want one. I don't have one.
Oh, I thought you said you had 1. Okay, well, so far I have 1 person that said they have 1.
I have 2.
Okay, so we have 2, 4. Vinny, do you have 1 in your kit? You're a wizard though, so probably not.
Oh, one second. My bad. I was talking. No, I do have a water skin. Well, actually, I have 2 of them.
How do you have 2 water skins?
Cause I don't know how I have 2. I also have 2 tinder boxes and 20 days of rations. I think I have 2 different gears put together.
Yeah, it sounds like you clicked on something you shouldn't have.
Yep, I fucked up. Okay, very good. I will delete one of them. So I have 1 water skin and 10 days of rations.
Yeah, I picked a scholar pack on purpose.
Hey, gentlemen, can you do me a favor? I'm going through an identity crisis and decided that my character would be better fit, so I'm gonna throw out a little description in Discord and we can just continue to play on. Sounds good?
Yep.
Okay,
Or day
thanks.
1, level 1, don't. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, sounds good. So we have 4 water skins, 5 water skins. We should probably pick up like 4 more. because we can always ration water. We don't need it, but it's a survival thing. So 4 or 5 more.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have decent carry weight? Because I sure as shit don't.
Yeah.
All right. Also, I just want to, just go over the amusement factor real quick for the overall average height of this party.
You're all short.
Nobody else has thought of this. We're all short as fuck.
Wait.
Yes. Just think about it.
Hold on. So
I'm the tallest of the short people, and I'm a halfling.
you're what? 4 foot tall?
No, I'm
3 foot tall?
3'1".
So I'm 2'2".
Yep.
Tada,
Tanada's 2 foot.
how tall are you?
2.5.
foot. Vinny, you're tall.
He's a tiefling.
Ace?
Yeah. He's Azamar, so he's tall.
And Buttercup.
I don't remember what he is. I
I'm
think he
4
said
foot
gnome.
like 6.
He's a gnome.
Wait, you're a 4'6". Oh, that's right. The bird people aren't that tall. Yeah. So literally,
Yeah, I'm
Vinny is
tall.
the tallest, and he's like what, 5'8".
Yeah. That's great. That is hilarious.
So we don't have to worry about small spaces in this campaign, at least.
That
Nobody
is
built the
true.
fucking Goliath. That would be
Tommy's
the hilarious if somebody brought a Goliath in.
Tommy's not here yet, so
Oh yeah, true. We don't know what he's built. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, fuck, we got a gnome, a halfling, a grung, and a fucking fairy.
one of my
So,
racial
okay.
traits is Fey Passage, and I can squeeze through a space as narrow as 1 inch.
Yep. Yeah, you're basically the mouse race. You can squeeze through shit really small. Okay.
I do 4 poison damage per hug.
So you said that was 1 gold for the water catcher? Should we pick up 2 of them if they're so cheap?
I agree with that because it gathers what 2 gallons per inch.
2 gallons per inch, yeah.
Yeah, per inch of rainfall. It rains most days, but it varies from like a light mist to torrential downpour.
Yeah, so one day we might get, 100 gallons and not be able to use it. That's why I'm getting the extra water
It
skins.
don't. It's collect. So
You're
Yeah.
no,
I
Nope.
agree.
you broke up for all of that, Dylan.
I think it only holds 8 gallons when it's collecting. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I will put one of those in my inventory.
we're all small. We can't hold much, but I could hold one of those if needed.
Yeah, I can carry 90 pounds. I only have
Oh.
25.
Well, I can carry more than you. That's weird. Okay.
I have a negative strength stat.
Oh, I see. I'll hold the one. It's just rain catcher,
Water catcher, yeah.
water catcher.
Does that have a weight under by hand?
5.
It's 5 pounds.
5 pounds? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anybody want to chime in and help out here? Like, anybody?
Does anyone want anything?
What?
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot. I was having a conversation with Dylan's uncle. Do we have money left over? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, first we're doing provisions, gear, and etc., and then I'll say how much money we have left over.
Okay, so we're doing. So by gear,
Yes,
you mean like adventuring gear, like stuff we need.
Extra water skins.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. No,
Provision
I
stuff
should
right
be
now.
good.
I'm not talking about weapons and other stuff that people want to buy, upgrading.
Yeah, I'm good then.
Okay. Does anybody else want to carry a water skin? They're heavy.
I'll carry a second one, I guess.
Okay, I just want to know how many we have total. So I think we have 5, but not everybody typed in chat and said what they have, or
I stated I wanted one, so can I just put one in and add that?
Yeah, just give that to Dylan because I already have one.
Yeah, we're gonna have more than just one per person. That's what I'm getting at.
I was one of the people who didn't type. Do you want me to type all what I have?
Yeah, that would help.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to type how many, what their provision stuff is, so I can do all the math. Um, Rob, you want to type your stuff out too, like what you currently have? Pi,
Yes.
you want to type in chat what your current loadout is?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so just ignore that 37.7. That works.
I didn't feel like typing everything in. Rogue stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean all I wanted was the rations and the water, just so
Yeah,
I
I
can do
gotcha.
quick maths. Yep, so I can do quick maths for that.
Oh, by the way, here's a picture of the guides you picked.
Oh, very nice.
Hey, Mr. Gary can't. Oh, it's a fucking. Anyways, Mr. Gary, how do I do clips again?
Windows Shift S.
Yeah.
Snip.
Thank you. I was doing control for some reason.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll do Control Window S and nothing happens. Like, wait, that's the thing, isn't it?
Such a good fight tonight. Do we need any? I deal 2d4 poison damage. I give somebody a hug.
Okay, so right now we have 35 rations and 7 water skins, with 1 being a purchased one. If I'm understanding what I'm seeing.
That's what my new means, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get 6 before purchasing. Okay, so 45 rations and 7 water skins before purchasing. So let's get 5 water skins because that's just 1 gold. So we'll need 3 more people to take on an extra water skin.
I'll do it.
You'll take all 3.
I'll hold
Yeah.
one. So I have 2, if that's okay.
Yeah, Brap, you have 2 more. Add 2 to your sheet, so you have 4 total.
Okay.
And then Tornado will have 2, and then I'm taking 1. And then we have 45 rations, so that's actually plenty. And then maybe a couple tents. I don't remember what a tent costs. I know it's not cheap, but it's not expensive. That's only 2 gold. It's 20 pounds, though. So, Buttercup, if you want a tent, is there a 1-person tent under, or is it just a 2-person one?
Just 2
I
person.
want a tent. How much is the tent?
It's not so much the cost. Cost isn't right now the issue. It's the carry weight. It's 20 pounds.
20 pounds?
Yeah.
I might be able to carry that.
You can't carry. You're only 3.5 feet tall.
It's size doesn't matter. It's a numerical value.
Uh,
There you go.
can you carry it? Because I can't carry anymore.
I'll carry it.
Okay, yes.
I'll
Okay.
carry it.
So we got one. That's a pair of tent, or it's a pair of people can sleep in there. It's a 2-person
Yeah.
tent.
Yeah. Me being the
Um,
only female, obviously I get it.
So if Vinny and Brat want to carry one, we'd actually have enough tents for everybody to sleep inside.
Yes.
You want to take a 20 pounds tent on?
Yeah.
Vinny said he'd carry a tent.
How much is the weight?
20 pounds?
He said no. He said he can't.
Sergeant
Vinny can't
Yates is
carry
going
it.
to carry my tent.
Okay, Sergeant Yates is carrying a tent. I can carry one. That'll basically be putting me near max for weight.
90 pounds is 20.
20. I think if you type, I don't know if will that autofill under? It should. Tent, 2-person, it should autofill.
Yeah, it should. Or just 2-person tent, like TWO-person tent.
Yep, tent, 2 tack person. Okay, so that's another 6. Okay, so that leaves us basically 180 gold. So now we'll go to personal requests. Who wants stuff? I know
Bob
somebody
wants, Bob wants studded leather, but he's not at his computer.
That's like what, 45 gold?
Yeah, it's 45. He's yelling about it, but I muted myself.
Does he have leather?
No, I'm unarmored.
So you
I'm unarmored right now.
Hi, Jenny.
okay?
Hi, Jenny.
And I'm also a blade singer, so
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
but I'm not worried because at the first levels I'm probably
I'm just curious that you didn't take mage armor.
so as a spell.
Yeah. Plus 13. Studded
I
leather's
thought
only
it
12.
was a second level spell. Oh, also I figured one of you guys took it, so you took it, so I was just gonna copy it from your spell book.
Okay, we can do that. That costs technically less than what's the requirement for that again? Under it's like a day and 25 gold. To copy a spell.
I don't remember. Let me look it up.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty important for this campaign.
To copy spells.
Yes, there's a gold cost to it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
We have the thing is if you copy the spell right now, it would be cheaper than buying studded leather.
And that's what I think. That's why I wasn't really worried about it. And it's the same value.
No. Mage
Yeah,
armor is
it's
13. Set
Oh
it
no,
at
set
12.
armor's 12. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that right now. So we'll just take the 25
Okay.
out, and I'll add
It costs more by 5 gold. But
50.
it's a
So it's
spell,
50 gold.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
50 gold.
spell, and it's more. What do you think?
I would say copy the spell.
All right,
Because we're going to be doing
add
this
the
a
spell
lot.
in. Yeah, I'll add it in.
Okay, I'll take 50 off the total right now. It leaves us 130. So did anybody else want anything? I know somebody said they wanted javelins, but I don't remember who.
Oh, that was Sergeant Yates, and I have. Is he a wizard by any chance? Whoever Bobby
Who?
is. Who's
I
Bobby?
sure
Yes.
am.
It's Bladesinger.
Wait, I have Sage or Mage armor.
Yes, but I'm already copying it off of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
much?
it's
can
done.
I
It's a 2-hour
sell-
process. It just costs gold. It's you can add an individual spell with that carrot without having to rebuild an entire spell sheet.
Yeah, I was going to. Rogue, do you have a crowbar?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna sell my crowbar and hammer. How much are those worth?
2.5 gold.
I mean, that's total or each?
Yeah, that's after I've sold the rogue kit multiple times. I can tell you all of that off the top of my head.
Yeah, crowbar is a
Like
gold.
I sell. What's that?
Yeah, like you get a gold for the crowbar, and a little hammer is,
It's like 3 gold.
yeah,
It's like one.
it costs 1 gold, so it's half a gold, so it's 5 silver. So you
Oh,
get one.
it's 1.5.
Yeah, so you if you were to sell the hammer and the crowbar, you would get 1 gold and 5 silver.
Okay.
Okay. So I mean that's
Do you have okay? Just real quick, is anybody here human?
No.
no.
Anybody here not have dark vision?
Me.
I don't know if I have dark
The
vision.
Grung doesn't have dark vision.
I'm a Fae.
I don't
right?
think Grung get dark vision.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
I
have
mean,
dark
you gotta
vision.
remember my general assumption that everybody but humans have dark vision.
Yes, Grung do not get dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll hang on to the torches for him.
Oh. I will. Can I sell my torches then?
No, I was saying to hang on to your torches for him.
Oh, because you know exactly what kit I have. Very good.
Yeah, you have your kit. You posted your kit.
Oh yes.
Let's say if you're selling your crowbar and hammer, the only other thing I would recommend that I do if there's enough gold to go around is selling the hemp rope and trading it up for silk rope of the same length. But it gets costly the more silk rope you do that with.
Yeah. And so the total gold. Okay. Yeah. We're just
Total
taking
gold
out.
right now is at 131 after selling your crowbar and hammer and after purchasing everything we've spoken about purchasing, including you stealing my spell.
Okay. Yeah. I should be fine. I'm just gonna add that spell and then.
Yep. Okay, does anybody else want anything? Sergeant Yates, you were saying something about wanting stuff, yes?
Do you think I could barter and sell good berries in the bazaar?
I would like some survival gear and javelins if I can do it.
So to answer the question about Goodberry, no. Goodberry is a well-known spell. They are easily identified as being good berries and therefore worthless.
You can't con with it.
Okay.
You
What do you mean
need
by survival
something.
gear?
You would need something more exotic than a first level spell.
And Sergeant Yates, since you can't talk when anybody else is talking, what do you mean by survival gear?
I mean, I just want like a standard adventuring kit.
You
There is
should
no
have
such
one
thing.
from the start. You
Yeah, I know
dummy.
that's what I figured, so I didn't want to say anything, but I already got my rations.
Quit
I already
being
got my water
stupid.
skins.
Just add the one that you're supposed to get. Look it up.
I already have it. I was just making sure, but I would love some javelins if I could.
Javelins is not hard.
I love you, but you are dumb sometimes.
Y'all are dumb.
You're mean sometimes.
No,
Sometimes?
I'm not.
I
You
mean
know
all the
love you.
time.
I can't stand people named Jacob.
Shut up.
All right. How many javelins do you want? They're
I
half
just
a gold
want
apiece.
I just want like 10.
10 javelins? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you have 10 javelins. Done.
Thanks.
Does
Sassy.
anybody else want anything?
Hold on a second. Here.
Under question.
Go.
Spellbooks only matter for spells, leveled spells, or cantrips too?
They only matter for leveled spells.
Okay, so you can't
Or just inherent?
you can't copy someone's or learn someone else's cantrip then?
So, no. It doesn't work that way. However, wizards starting at 3rd level do get access to cantrip formulas, where you can scribe a set of arcane formulas into your spellbook that you can use to formulate a cantrip in your mind. The effect of that is that whenever you finish a long rest and consult these formulas you've written in your spellbook, you can replace any one of your wizard cantrips with another wizard cantrip that you know. Or sorry, with another wizard cantrip.
You can't learn, you can replace. Very good.
Let me finish. You can replace one wizard cantrip you know with another wizard cantrip from the wizard spell list. So any wizard cantrip you can replace it with after a long rest, starting at 3rd level.
Okay. And 3rd level is when I get a 3rd cantrip, right? Or is that 4th?
You should know 3 cantrips right now. You get a 4th cantrip at 4th level, and a 5th at 10th.
That's what I thought.
All right. If nobody else wants to buy anything, everybody gets 21 gold pieces.
Very good.
So we have money to spend.
So you guys are just hanging out in the marketplace looking at stuff?
I mean, I would be bored out of my mind. I probably would just go back to the inn since I've got all this gold now and buy a
The
decent room for the
thunderous
night.
lizard.
Oh no, I'm going across the street. We're meeting them tomorrow morning.
Let's
Oh,
go drinking.
they stay there 24 hours a day or what?
Let's go drinking.
No, they're coming back to meet us, or they're spending the night there. Regardless, they're meeting us there in the morning. If you guys want to go party at the Thunderous Inn, go ahead.
I'll
I'm
go
gonna go
with you to Kaya's house of repose.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to the fancy house.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Drinking.
All right, so the House of Repose is a nice place. Light dappling through. It's like this quiet, like hotel that you would expect it to be in, like in a small town or something. All right.
I'm
And
gonna get a room by myself in the tavern and just go to bed.
over.
I'd ask if they have any nicer rooms.
I'm gonna get a room by myself, by the way.
Okay.
We're all getting our own room. It's a couple gold.
And yes, they do have
Roll it.
nicer rooms.
I would like a nicer room.
Okay, that's 5 gold left.
I want to
Okay.
really want to go hang out with my boy Vinny. I would really like to see if Vinny would share a room with me.
Well,
But yeah, Buttercup, if unless you specify otherwise, everyone could get their own room.
there's enough rooms here, I would imagine.
There are.
I just wanted the nice one to steal all the stuff out of it before I leave.
Yeah,
So
all
we'll
the,
be back
all
for
the
a while.
towels and things like that.
Yep. So you're gonna have to give me a list of what's in this room for my inventory to add to it.
Okay.
But yeah, unless anybody else in the party wants to do something, I'm just planning on going to bed so you guys can have fun if you want.
Same.
I'll say if you guys want to go over to the Thunderous, the Thunderdome, and party and gamble and drink if you want, go ahead.
I want to go gamble and drink
Drinking.
at Thunderdome.
I'll go gamble and drink.
Drinking episode.
Okay. So you guys are just carousing at the Thundering Lizard then, yeah?
Yeah.
everyone except for Ruffles' character. I forget the name.
It's Gary Wayne. I have 2 first names.
Kind of like John Wayne.
Oh no, it's Gary Oldman and Bruce Wayne put together.
So wouldn't it make sense to be Christian Wayne?
No. It'd be Bruce Osmond if you were to reverse the names.
Yeah.
Or what is his name again? I always forget his last name.
All right. So, moving on.
Yeah, never mind.
So, who is gambling during the night?
Myself is among that list.
I am not. I am just drinking.
Who is gambling?
I will gamble. What kind of
Okay.
games are there? Is it just betting? Or
So there are various games. You know, people playing dice and card games and the like. And so, you know, what this will involve is a couple of skill checks from each of you that is gambling. But before you start gambling, you have to tell me what the stakes are. You know, are you starting to bet with 10 gold? Are you starting to bet with 100 gold? What?
I don't have 100 gold. I do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start with like a couple gold, 2 gold. Is there like a cheap table?
Yeah, there's various stakes going on. So put it in chats just so we can keep everything straight. How much gold you're going to bet?
Everybody place your wagers, and if you want to name a game, go ahead. It'll probably have a table here.
Probably. It's a pretty raucous place. The cheapest is 1 gold.
Actually, I'd like to come out of my room and go to the lizard.
Are you gambling?
Yeah, but I'm gonna break out my board and do the 5-finger Freddy or Freddy 5 fingers.
So you're not gambling.
Well,
It
it's
is
a
a gambling
gamble because it's how fast you can do it.
It's a speed
Kinda.
game.
All right, we're gonna handle yours separately.
The fingers.
We're gonna handle
Yeah.
yours separately. Let's handle the people who are just playing like cards and things first.
This would be in that bar under.
Yes, it would be. I'm not saying it's not in there. I'm saying we're going to handle it separately than the people who are just doing generic card games because it's different. All right.
Gotcha.
So, Buttercup is gonna. You're doing 5 gold, Buttercup. Okay. Tada is doing 2. Yates is doing 5 as well. Okay. So each of you will need to make 3 checks. First will be a Wisdom Insight check. The 3 of you should make your checks now. If you have proficiency with the gambling, like if you with a gambling set that is the game you are playing, even if you're not proficient with the check normally, you can be proficient for these checks. All right. So you guys start playing your games. And you're also going to need to make a charisma deception check. All right, and finally, a charisma intimidation check. Okay, so you guys are not very intimidating at all.
It fits.
Oh wow. Okay, so so you guys gamble. Throughout the gambling, so this will be so the stakes are simply like what you're putting up. You don't necessarily pay it to play the game. So this would be, so take your current gold, and Yates, you have lost 7 gold. Sorry, not Yates, my bad. Buttercup, 7 gold. Tanta, you have lost 3 gold throughout the night. Yates, however, actually did better than you guys, and you ended up winning 2 additional gold. All right, so that's what you guys do throughout the night. Vinny, you're doing your little thing with that.
With the knives and the fingers and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you're like getting like bets on how fast you can. What?
Check your DMs real quick.
No. So you start going on the plate with the knife, and if I recall, that basically you take, you're betting on how fast you can go, and without hurting yourself, people are also making side bets and the like.
Your fingers, basically. Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, so this is also going to be a series of skill checks for you, but they will be different. So first is going to be a charisma persuasion check.
Getting someone to actually play. Very good.
Yep. Getting a crowd. You're not just being very obvious about how badly it's going to go.
Out.
Yep.
Not many takers.
Oh, I forgot to ask, Vinny. What's the stakes? How much are you putting up there betting against the crowd?
Oh, I'm doing 5 per hand.
Okay, so you're doing a total of 10. So you're doing it for each hand.
No, I meant like 5 gold per round.
Okay, we're doing this as one big bulk thing. So for the night,
I'll do 20 gold then.
Okay. All right, so you put 20 gold out. So yeah, so you're having some trouble attracting people. Go ahead and make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh yes. It didn't tell me. Oh, heyo.
All right. And then finally, you need to make a charisma deception check about how easy this is for you.
So I can
keep the marks coming in.
Yeah. Deception. Yep. That is. I'm not very charismatic. I cannot hustle. Cannot hustle.
You cannot hustle. Yeah. So, while you're very obvious about what you're doing here, you do make some gold just for no other reason people were willing to bet on you, just because it was a pretty good show. You also didn't stab yourself, which helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ended up making a net of 5 gold.
Alright, that's better than where I was, huh?
You didn't lose any.
That's good. Alright, bye-bye.
Okay. All right. So that was what Buttercup, Yates, Tanta, and Vinny are doing. Wayne and Barap, what are you guys doing? You guys just sleeping?
I am drinking.
You're drinking. Okay, so you're carousing. And Wayne?
I am just in my room reading my dictionary.
Okay. Fair enough.
Talking to my familiar.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Barap, you're carousing with people. That's good. And you're listening to stories, tales about the jungle. Please make a wisdom insight check about these rumors.
Ooh.
Insight.
7th one down. If it's alphabetical.
I suppose
Very insightful.
It is. Yeah, and you get to talking, with a dwarf by the name of Hugh Hackenstone. He only has one arm, and he starts telling you this tale of how he lost his arm. Specifically, that he used to work along with a bunch of other dwarves in the Wormheart mine within Inchult. But a red dragon came and fought them for it, and that's how he lost his arm. And he reminisces about how he hasn't seen a red dragon in quite a while, but it's likely have taken the mine and is sitting on all the treasure within.
I'm gonna say that's gonna come up later.
Yeah, and he mentions how, if you ask around, there's probably dwarves around here that would be willing to pay you to take out and reclaim the mine for them.
Hey, Buttercup, Buttercup. Hey, Buttercup. Hey, you want to go fight a red dragon? Come on, you know you want to. Yeah, type that. I'm down to kill somebody. Always. I'm just gonna come on. You said his name was
Hugh Hackenstone.
Hugh.
Of course I went with the
Hugh correctly.
Oh, of course, you got to go for the pun.
I was going Hugh, and I was like, wait a minute. Then I looked up and seen it. I'm like, yep.
You. All right, everything's all written down. Almost as strong as character. Let's see if any more. I want to double check on the story. I want to talk to more dwarves around the bar and see if this is grade A intel that I'm receiving.
You probably find out how much treasure if it is true.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Or get a better idea anyway. See if it's worth fighting a red dragon later on in the campaign.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Like a general persuasion.
Yep, charisma persuasion.
Nah, nobody else told me.
Yeah, I mean, you hear this, rumors like, yeah, there was this mine, 40 years ago with this dragon that took it over and pushed all the shield dwarves out of it. And yes, Hugh was part of their number. Yes, that's how he lost his arm. You're able to confirm his story, at least as being well known. But you don't really get any additional details.
Gotcha. Let's see what I want to do. What would a drunk frog want to do? Let's do what's fun. Okay, so I see Vinny in Buttercup and Sergeant Yates and Tontata gambling, right?
You did see them, yes.
All right. So what I want to do is I want to go and try to sneak off with their opponent's money.
Okay. Yeah, you can start, as people are gambling, you can worm your way through the crowd and try and make a sleight of hand check. Sure. But this is pretty much it for what you're going to be able to accomplish tonight. You're just running out of time.
Yeah. Not a very good.
Yeah, you're able to brush up against people, but they They're protecting their coin purses. You don't get caught, but it's a close thing.
Yeah.
But you're unable to succeed at getting any money.
Yeah. Naturally. All right, off to bed. Time to sleep off.
All right.
Drunkenness.
You go to bed. Morning comes, so you guys have done a long rest.
All right, we forgot to pick up canoes.
We'll pick up canoes on the way out.
Yeah, I was just thinking of it.
Okay, I mean, you would have seen them in the market. You know that a canoe costs 50 gold and can hold up to 6 medium creatures.
So we'd need 2 with our guides, unless our guides brought their own.
They do not have their own.
Okay, so we would need 2. Do we have 100 gold left?
I have 20. 21.
I have 14.
Where'd your gold go?
My gold? My room?
Oh.
I got a nice room to steal all the shit out of.
Mhm.
I'm a wizard, but I think I'm a rogue.
Skyrim. Gotcha.
Okay. Everybody else wanna? If we're gonna need 100 gold for canoes alone. And we didn't pick up a healing potion, so.
60.
But we have druids, so that's not that big of a deal.
62 plus 21, that's 80, 83. We need 17 more gold. That'll do it.
I just want everybody post it in chat. I'm just gonna add it all up, subtract 100, and then divide it by 4 again, or 5 again. How much does a canoe weigh?
A canoe. I have to look that up.
I was gonna say it's like a 2-person carry thing in my mind. Like no matter how you. Yeah.
It is a 2-person carry thing. I'm just checking. Because there's 2 different stat blocks I could use for it, so I just want to check them out real quick. They weigh 100 pounds each.
Okay.
So would it be 50 pounds between 2 people?
Let's before we buy those, so we have 119 gold. Let's go talk with the guides and see if they would recommend buying canoes and for how much of Chulth we would need them. If it'd be easier to navigate with canoes if we can get to a river or swamp area quickly, or if we would want something to carry the canoes until we get there, and then either eat it or let it go.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Was it raining yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. I went outside and stood in the rain for an hour.
Okay. Like just walking around town, you would have been, getting wet.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that clear so I didn't have to take that level of exhaustion,
Sure. It's also raining today.
Okay.
Is there like a lobby of this inn that we're in?
I mean, there's a general room.
Nathan, mute yourself.
He's the one talking, so yeah, I guess.
No, that's Jake.
Yeah. I'll turn the TV down. Hold on. In this, is there people in the room?
Yes.
Okay. So then, follow-up question. I have a mercenary background. Is there any like people with like distinct markings from like being in groups or clans or anything that I would recognize?
Make a perception check.
Let's get a donkey.
Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting. If we, we're gonna do this first, but once we start talking to the guides, then I'll ask them what their thoughts and ideas are on
Have the
for
donkey
transporting the
cage.
canoes, or can we just use the canoes pretty much after a day's walk?
Yeah.
But we're gonna do whatever he's rolling
Oh,
for
that's
whatever reason.
sweet. A bad one.
So there's his perception under.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking through the list of people at the inn.
Ah, nice to have a list, eh?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people. Is it all like possibilities of people we could talk to and get quests from?
Yeah. So you're looking around, and you do see a guy sitting there in some leather armor, studded leather actually, eating his breakfast, and he has a rather familiar looking. Well, meta wise, you would probably recognize this. Let me pull it up real quick. A certain emblem that you would recognize as being important.
Flaming Fist.
Funnily enough, yeah. He's wearing the sigil of the Flaming Fist.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of want to go talk to this guy.
Let's do it. Let's just everything Flaming Fist forever.
Yeah, I kind of want to go talk to this guy.
I feel like I know him from a past life.
Okay.
So I think I'm just going to approach him and say, "Excuse me, sir."
Sir. I assure you, I'm no officer.
Well, if you're part of this group, of the group that I know you're part of, it's pretty silly seeing you out here, so you have my full respect.
Ah, yeah. That.
Well, it's really distracting when I hear my voice echo back.
Well, we've had some operations here in the jungle, and it's gone all right. I'm just here in town dealing with some loose ends we had encountered.
What kind of operations are you guys doing down here?
Well, as you have no doubt heard, the jungle is utterly infested with the undead. And we came down here under the command of Liara Portier to stomp them out.
And, I'm not familiar with this area. What is the benefit of doing that?
What is the benefit to clearing out undead?
But isn't this just a very dense jungle area? So
It is.
So there's not very many people here, I'm guessing, correct?
Oh, it's not the people. You see, the jungle is home to all sorts of treasures and resources that are, quite frankly, can't be exploited, while undead, prevent trade and other such things from routinely passing through it. So we are attempting to secure it so that we can begin exploiting the relatively virgin landscape that it is.
And you said you were here working for who again? I'm sorry.
I'm here as part of a detachment under the command of Liara Portier.
Yep. Yeah, Buttercup, keep yourself deafened. Just listen to Sergeant Yates.
Thank you for typing that out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because the echo's not actually coming from Yates; it's coming from Buttercup.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, sir. I will let you continue your breakfast. Thank you for the information.
Ah, you're quite welcome. If you find yourself in trouble in the jungle, make for the fort, the Flaming Fist Fort. They'll, well, they might not be happy to see you, but they'll keep you safe from the Undead.
Is there anything to help them identify somebody as an alliance with the Flaming Fists?
You would already know that if you were.
I'm sorry?
You would already know that if you were.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he would give us something that instead of going to this gate and just hoping for help, we would be not trying to metagame here, so I'll leave it at that, I guess.
Any word on Elturel? I'm sure that news would have spread this way.
Elturel, as far as I know, is still doing fine. Nothing untoward has happened to it again. And it's around that time when you would see a certain pair of tabaxi walk into the inn.
All right, I will go up to them and I will hand them a bag with 150 gold in it. And then I would commence having the conversation about the canoes and whether they advise bringing them or if they think we'd be able to carry them or get something to carry them. Because I would gesture at the party of everybody that's under 3 feet tall and be like, we're not exactly built for carrying stuff. So we could do it for a day, but I think that would be it.
And, you know, River, with her remaining eye, kind of looks at the party up and down. It's like, well, I guess it really depends on where you guys want to go. If you're sticking to places along the rivers, canoes be helpful, but otherwise, they'll just be a hindrance if we have to carry them.
What was the name of the thing? I didn't write that down. That we're looking to destroy.
Soulmonger.
Soulmonger. Okay, I gotta throw that in my notes.
I don't know about you boys, but I need to stretch the killing muscles and start shooting here soon.
Dude. Anyway, I'll bring up the Soulmonger to the Tabaxi and the information that not all of the information, but like this is kind of what we're looking to get to if you're familiar with the Soulmonger or whereabouts it may be. If that helps your guide decisions.
Well, you think it's part of this, it has to do with this death curse, right?
Plead the fifth? Well, that's not the right one. Plead the second? No, that's not the right one either. I can either confirm or deny that.
Right. Well, don't know where, any soulmonger is. Not sure I'd want to trust somebody who deals in the buying and selling of souls. But there is more stories, I suppose, of an old woman in Umbala out in the jungle who animates the dead and can do so in such a way that they retain their abilities and memories that they had in life. Bit ghastly for my tastes, but if anyone knows about any of this soulmongering, might be her.
And what's the best way to get to her? And would you be willing is it easy to get to her?
Not terribly easy. It's not that hard, though. Mbala is, just maybe, what's it be, 1, 2, 3, about 4 days travel past Camp Vengeance towards the end of the River Sashensar.
So if we brought a donkey and some canoes, how long do you think it would take us to get there?
The donkey's going to do nothing but slow you down. Donkeys don't fare well in the jungle.
To carry the canoes until we need them, and then we just either eat them or let them go. And I say eat them or let them go very casually, like.
Yeah, the Tabasco Shard is like, well, the river goes all the way from Port Nine Zaru to Camp Vengeance. Then we'd have to go overland for about 5 days past that.
Okay, so we won't even need the donkey to start with the canoes. Well, in that case, I think we have somewhere to be. So, if you're willing to guide us through the rivers there, we'll pick some canoes up on our way out of town and leave whenever you're ready.
Okay. Just so you know, in terms of time-wise, though, let's say it'd be 1, 2, 3. I'm counting days. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's about 13 days to Umballa from here. And then 13 days back.
So, 26 days.
Yes.
Of the 30 we're paying you right now.
Yes. Of course, if you wish to stop for a time at certain places or take side journeys, that may add time to it, but that's entirely your decision.
But
I'm more than willing to pay them more money.
Is there a way to find gold along the way?
Yeah, there's treasure all
I was
throughout the
literally
jungle.
just going to say that, and everybody started talking.
Well, there is the remnants of the first gauntlet camp, what they called Camp Righteous. I might be able to find some stuff there that they left behind. It's on the way.
All right. Well, I take the bag of 150 gold and I stick it up in the air as high as I can reach.
What do you mean?
You're hired.
You said you already handed that over to them.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah, they would not have been talking like that to you if you hadn't.
Ah, okay. Cool. All right. Then let's pick up some canoes and we have 19 gold left. So essentially we have a 3-day cushion over the 30 right now without finding any more gold.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, yeah, you guys can buy the canoes. That's not a problem. How are you splitting up your forces in the canoe? Bear in mind, you need 2 slots for the guides.
1 guide in each canoe.
Okay.
And then split the party however people want to sit. I don't
You
care.
should put that in text chat.
I can fly.
So that way, if something happens, they'll say, like,
the
the
damn
canoe
canoe.
in front.
What are our guides' names? I didn't write that down.
River Mist and Flask of Wine. River Mist has been the one doing all the talking. Flask of Wine has been like just standing behind her, arms crossed, nodding occasionally.
Clearly a barbarian.
Are these our Lulus?
Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
All one word, I suppose.
No, not, but... Yeah, like I said, type up, like, canoe 1, who you've got in canoe 1. There's 6 slots in each canoe.
Yep, I'm typing.
Yep. As you guys, slip out of the city and start heading into the jungles of Chult.
Can I be in the first canoe, Gary?
I'm just typing random stuff up. Just
There's been this light misting drizzle, and it's been like that for the past couple of days, which is pretty normal out here. It's also hot. It's 85 degrees and 90% humidity.
That was me today. IRL.
So basically, we're in Florida, is what I hear.
No, we're in the bayou.
Oh, we in Louisiana?
Yeah, this has been more like a bayou, or even more like the Amazon rainforest, Just think giant
No.
river delta.
Well, I understand that, but the Amazon is not that hot. Florida's fucking hot.
Have you been to the Amazon?
Have you?
No, but I'm not the one saying the Amazon isn't hot.
Yeah, but it's further away from the equator than fucking, well, parts of it. Okay, I digress.
All right.
Yes, you digress a lot.
It is. Yeah.
Yep.
Be like 75 with 100% humidity most days.
Oh yeah. Under what's the price on bug spray or bug gel or whatever?
So, bug repellent.
I
So,
completely forgot about that.
insect repellent can be purchased in Port Nyanzaru in two forms: blocks of incense or a greasy salve. Neither kind of repellent protects against giant insects or magically, ensorcelled ones. A block of incense sells for 1 silver. When lit, it burns for 8 hours and repels normal insects within a 20-foot radius centered on it. A gourd or vial of salve sells for 1 gold piece and contains 20 applications of odorless grease. 1 application protects its wearer against normal insects for 24 hours. The salve is waterproof and doesn't wash off in the rain. It's up to
Looks
you
like
guys.
we're buying a lot of solve.
What about in the river?
Like submersing in it, like lapping from like waves and things, that's not going to be a big issue. Swimming in it, if it's vigorous swimming or involves like physical stuff, there can scrape it off eventually.
Like sunscreen.
Yeah, it's like sunscreen. It breaks down, but slowly underwater, submerged. In the rain, it's pretty much fine.
I'm doing math real quick. Sorry.
In the rain, it's like giving your body a ceramic coat, but in the actual water, it's like sunscreen.
All right. Then yeah, we'll spend 9 gold and get gourds.
Okay, so you buy 9 gourds, so that is 180 applications.
30 days worth for 6 people.
That's fine. Just so you know, they weigh a pound each.
Everybody take a gourd or 2.
And with that, we will call it there for the evening.
Okay.
As you guys slip out of Port Nyanzaru.
Aw, boo.